In previous tutorials, we created a graphic area of interest. It's kind of a general overall one. And then we converted that into a shapefile. In this tutorial, we're going to kind of work in the opposite direction. We're going to create a shapefile of it instead first, and then convert that into a graphic. And we're not just going to create any kind of shapefile. We want this boundary to be actually pretty tight around our Marlette Park project site. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into my art catalog, and I need to go inside of my geo database. So on the left side I have marlettepark.gdb selected. On the right side I can see the 4 items that are currently residing inside of my geo database. You may have 3 or 4 items, give or take some. So here I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to New, and I'm going to select Feature Class. As soon as I do that, this window opens. So I need to type in AOI for Area of Interest, and you can give it an alias if you want. The important thing is this area here where it says polygon. So we can make it a line, a point, a multi-point, a multi-patch file, a dimension features or annotation features, and we actually want this to be a polygon. So make sure that polygon is selected from the drop down and click Next. Here we need to choose a spatial projection, so we want it to be NAD 1983 State Plane, Kansas North, FIPS 1501 feet. If you have it selected as your favorite, you should see it towards the top, so just go ahead and select that. Click Next here, leave this at default. I'm going to click Next. I'm going to leave this at default as well. And here I'll leave this at default and simply click Finish. So there's my AOI. And there's nothing in it, it's just a shapefile, an empty container. If I am to right click on this and go to Properties, you can see other information, the spatial projection, domain resolution tolerance, and other types of things here. I'm going to switch back over now to ArcMap. And I actually want to add that shapefile that I just created to my data frame. And before I do that, I'm just going to drag and drop these items into my inventory here. A little bit of data frame organization. I'm also going to turn on my aerial, because this is the thing that I actually want to focus on. Alright, so now I need to add that shapefile that I just created. Over here on the right side I have my art catalog. I can make it stay put by hitting the little pen thing here. I'm going to navigate to where my geo database is located. There's my area of interest. I'm just going to simply drag and drop that into my data frame. I'm going to put it kind of towards the top. And right now this is what the symbology is if I was to start creating one. So I might right click on that, go to Properties, and kind of change it up a little bit. So maybe I don't want to fill color, and maybe I want it to be white and a little bit thicker. I can also give it a name here if I wanted to. So here we can see that this is an area of interest. So now how do I, since there's nothing in here, it's just an empty shapefile, how do I put content in here? And we actually are going to do that by using the editor toolbar, the editor extension.